A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Go ahead.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they get there to take him down right around. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit. incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take over as he records his 10th career INT. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
It is caught left side. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Allen now on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. To the air again, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Buys time, rolling right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1 yard gain.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for... to know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. He keeps it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it'll be Dolphins football. First down, ball at the 36. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Hill. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The give here on second.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Third down run from A.J. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for first and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Blitz coming, Tua. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Tua out of the pistol. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it'll be third and goal.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Buckle up. It's third and goal. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the play. And the Bills will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. There's a give up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 23. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Working quickly here. Shotgun now on third down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Terrell Smith. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick six. He beams one. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to take over after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here's 2nd and 11. This will be caught by Adams. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach for the Mental game. I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua now from the gun. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Cover 2. Whoa.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This is complete to Schultz. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, here's Tua. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Here's Tua again. Looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. And he sent a man in motion. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. A-Chain running to the right. They move 2 yards closer. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. And he could have a free play here. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First and 10. Here's Allen. Caught out left. And he reaches the 35 before going out. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Ball and defender right at the exact same time there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Back to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
A massive shot towards the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Bills intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end.
Dolphins 21, Bills nothing.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air, it's Allen after the pick. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's 2nd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 3rd and short.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Allen on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins blowing them out now, 34-zip. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. This one finds Kelsey. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them, along with everybody else.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of a defense. And third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Kelsey makes the catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 1. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second and 10 now. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. Third down coming.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. 70 range, 70 range.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Fourth down, he takes the snap. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Dolphins football. They don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey. Solo left Zion.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And now it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. He fires one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he gets this forward to the 19. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Chan, a first down carry. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
He gets it headed right. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Man in motion, out of the slot. The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. To the air, 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And now the Bills' offense staying out. They're going to go for 2. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Well, there was no hesitation there. I mean, none whatsoever. Putting the offense out to go for 2 there, Brock. And really, at this point, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. And really, this decision made before you ever hit the field offensively. From this point forward, you're trying to get as much as you can, as quickly as you can. And that means these 2-point conversions.
And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Tua now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They put a receiver in motion right. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it inside the 10. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Dolphins continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. 2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins make one of their best